Kathak is a classical Indian dance form that goes beyond the physical realm to connect dancers with their innermost selves and the divine. Through its intricate footwork, graceful hand movements, and subtle facial expressions, Kathak creates a powerful connection of mind, body, and spirit for every dancer. Good evening. My name is Shivika, and today I will be sharing with you all my journey into Kathak and how it has allowed me to dive into the deepest parts of myself, as well as understand the people and the world around me better. This classical Indian dance form is set upon the nuances of rags, musical scales that underpin Kathak and evoke a range of emotions from love and joy to sorrow and longing. Classical tradition also encourages a student to engage in Marg sangeet, the use of music or dance, as a path to spirituality or Marg, salvation. Underpinning this journey is the presence of a Marg darshan, or a knowledgeable teacher who guides their student in this cultural and spiritual journey. Interestingly, the presence of a guru or Marg darshan is the key differentiator between classical Indian art forms and classical folk art forms. Thus, these spiritual concepts highlight the significance of engaging in any activity for one's own inner validation. It really is art for the artist. Dancing has been a core part of my memories for as long as I can remember. However, my Kathak journey really only began in 2012, deeply inspired by Indian film director Sanjay Leela Bhansali and his collaborations with the late, great Pandit Birju Maharaj. My 13-year-old self turned to the internet, of all places, to help me find a teacher that taught pure Kathak. No easy task in Melbourne or in Australia, especially at a time where it wasn't exactly celebrated to be Indian or to embrace your culture. But alas, the stars aligned. I found my Guruji and have not looked back since. 11 years and countless hours later, I am still learning. But why? Why put in hours of diyas or practice for a 5, maybe 10-minute performance? Why spend hours getting dressed just to be on stage for a few minutes? In a world where time is money, why spend precious time on an unpaid hobby? You see, the sole reason I dance is because it allows me to express numerous emotions that I've otherwise felt compelled to hide deep, deep within me. Performing Kathak since that very first time on stage has been a meditative experience. When the music begins, the noise drowns out. It's as if nothing exists but me, my body, and its movements. And for me, that feeling is God. There is also a beautiful legacy behind me which I am incredibly proud to represent. For generations, women's voices and contributions have been wiped out from history. The British have also played a significant role in the discreditation of Kathak as a respected art form. What was once born out of temples as a form of spirituality became labelled as Nautism. The word was spread. Girls from good families didn't dance. However, with Indian independence, attitudes began shifting. And finally, families started supporting their daughters to learn Kathak and even pursue it as a career. Legends like Shashwati Sen, Kumarbani Lakhiaji, and our very own Padma Shri Rani Karna started gaining popularity. Having studied rigorously under both the Jaipur and Lucknow Gharanas of Kathak, Rani Aunty decided to establish her own institution in Calcutta. No mean feat for a woman without the gravitas of a family lineage or gharana behind her. In 2008, her student and my Guruji, Sumona Bhattacharya, brought pure Kathak to Melbourne. Again, an incredible achievement given that she too didn't have a gharana or a family lineage behind her. And then there's me, a Fijian Indian woman learning and performing classical Indian dance without any exposure or background in it. The story of Rani Aunty, Sumona and myself is simple proof of the power art has to empower and unite women to tell our own truths. Kathak is far more than just a dance form. It's greater than just moving one's limbs around to some backing track. It really is a cultural and spiritual practice that has been captivating audiences for literally centuries. Through my dance, I am able to say far more than I could ever say through my words. The compositions I will be presenting today have been taught to me by my Guruji, Sumona Bhattacharya. I have had the privilege to be learning the late Srimati Rani Karna's style of Kathak, which has been very uniquely influenced by both prominent Jaipur and Lucknow Gharanas. A little bit about Kathak now. Kathak comprises of two elements: the technical element of nritta and the storytelling element of nritya. The first piece is a technical nritta piece set in Drutin Tal. It is a series of balls or patterns and footwork set to a fast-paced 16-beat cycle. This will be followed by sangeet, which depicts the story of Radhika and the gopis singing and dancing in nature, eagerly waiting for the arrival of Lord Krishna. Feel the shift in mood as Lord Krishna arrives, and it's as if nature and man have become one. Watch out for elements of nature itself, such as birds, flowers, the moon, and of course, the delicate, graceful postures of Radhika. Ultimately, any art form has the power to be transformative, transcending physical boundaries to create a deeper connection with oneself, the world, and in fact the entire cosmos. As dancers, we're empowered to become or connect with our deepest selves, allowing us to express all of the 9 rasas, or emotions prevalent in Indian classical art forms, as well as life itself. So, as the world shifts away from masculine dominance to feminine equilibrium, it's time we tap into and explore our innermost feelings and our innermost selves. It's high time we suppress everything we've kept suppressed inside, whether that be anger, devotion, or love. Thank you.
Thank you.